Seoul, South Korea. The global entertainment industry has been rocked by an investigative report involving Kim Taehyung, better known as V of BTS, and his agency, HYBE Corporation. The story first surfaced from a leaked document believed to contain details of a confidential contract between the artist and the company. The public quickly split. Some fully believed the revelations, others doubted their authenticity. But one thing is certain: this news has shaken the foundations of the international music scene. According to the leaked document, Taehyung's contract allegedly contains highly restrictive clauses. These clauses not only regulate his professional activities but also touch on his personal life. Some observers claim the contract dictates even the smallest aspects, from travel choices to social circles. If true, the revelations raise serious concerns about artist management practices in South Korea. A former HYBE staff member, speaking anonymously to local media, described a shocking reality behind the idol's perfect image. "There's immense pressure behind the smiles and flawless choreography," the insider said. "Taehyung isn't as free as people think." This testimony fueled speculation of a dark secret between the star and his agency, one that had long been hidden from fans. So far, HYBE has not issued an official statement. The silence has only intensified speculation among fans and journalists worldwide. Many believe that unless HYBE responds soon, its reputation could face severe damage. For some, the lack of response is not strategy, but rather a sign that something truly damaging lies behind closed doors. On social media, fan reactions have exploded like a tidal wave. The hashtags #ProtectTaehyung and #HYBETruth quickly dominated global Twitter/X trends, with millions of posts pouring in. Fans are demanding full transparency from the company while voicing concern over Taehyung's mental health. This digital uprising underscores the sheer power of global fandom communities in shaping public narratives. Professor Lee Ji-hoon, a pop culture expert from Yonsei University, noted that this scandal could mark a turning point in K-pop history. He stressed that global audiences are now demanding greater transparency. If the contract is indeed exploitative, it will spark a serious debate about artist protection, he said. His remarks added academic weight to what was once dismissed as mere celebrity gossip. Financial analysts have also warned that the scandal could affect HYBE's market value, as the company is publicly traded on the Korean Stock Exchange. Investors are growing cautious, fearing that the controversy might undermine financial stability. In an industry so reliant on positive image, even rumors can trigger a domino effect, one Seoul Economic Daily analyst commented. Reports indicate HYBE's stock price fluctuated sharply following the leak. The scandal has quickly crossed borders, with Japanese and American media joining the coverage. Outlets such as CNN, BBC, and The Guardian reported the case with bold headlines. They highlighted the risks of a global agency facing a credibility crisis over alleged exploitation. The international spotlight has only amplified pressure on HYBE to break its silence. Meanwhile, some fans urged calm, asking others to wait for verified information. "We don't want this rumor to tarnish Taehyung's name," wrote an international fanbase admin on Twitter. Still, the louder voices demanded answers, showing that the scandal had grown too large to be ignored. The world is now hungrier than ever for the truth. Old footage of Taehyung has resurfaced, including an interview where he hesitated to answer questions about artistic freedom. Asked if he had control over his career, he replied simply, "I just do what I have to do." That short statement is now being reinterpreted as a coded cry for help, fueling speculation that he has been hiding a silent struggle. Critical fans have labeled the leaked contract a form of modern slavery within the entertainment industry. They accuse HYBE of overreaching into personal freedoms. The criticism has extended beyond fans to human rights activists in several countries. The Taehyung HYBE controversy is fast becoming a global debate on the limits of professionalism and the dangers of exploitation. Psychologists have also raised alarms over the potential mental toll of such conditions. When privacy is stripped away and every step is controlled, the psychological impact can be severe, said Dr. Park Min-seo, a clinical psychologist in Seoul. She warned that prolonged restrictions could lead to chronic anxiety or depression. These concerns add another sensitive layer to the unfolding story. HYBE is known as one of the most powerful entertainment companies in South Korea, with a vast international reach. But that immense power is now turning against it, as the public accuses the agency of being overly controlling. Reports suggest that similar criticism had surfaced in the past, but this time it involves BTS, the world's biggest pop group. And that makes ignoring it impossible. The leaked documents also reference restricted communications imposed on Taehyung. Allegedly, he was not free to interact with people outside the network approved by the agency. This revelation painted a picture of a life under constant surveillance. If accurate, it represents a serious violation of personal rights for any individual. Observers believe Taehyung's case is just the tip of the iceberg in the K-pop system. This isn't just about HYBE or Taehyung, it's about the entire ecosystem of the Korean entertainment industry, said a journalist from Nikkei Asia. His words expanded the perspective beyond one idol to the broader structural issues in K-pop. Global investors are also rattled by the uncertainty. What if the scandal damages BTS's collective popularity? What about upcoming tours, albums, or international deals? The unanswered questions hang heavily in the air. HYBE faces a dilemma: respond and risk exposure, or stay silent and risk collapse of trust. Meanwhile, ARMY, BTS's dedicated fandom, has launched massive digital campaigns in support of Taehyung. Thousands of videos, artworks, and messages flood platforms, reminding the idol he is not alone. This show of solidarity has only kept the story alive and at the top of global news cycles. The controversy has also revived debates over slave contracts that have plagued K-pop's history. Senior idols had previously filed lawsuits against agencies for unfair contract terms. But this case is larger than any before because it involves BTS, the crown jewel of K-pop. The global focus is sharper than ever. Legal experts in South Korea have weighed in, noting that if the leaked clauses are real, HYBE could face lawsuits. Any clause violating basic human rights can be nullified under law, said attorney Han Soo-jin. Her analysis gave new hope to those demanding justice for Taehyung and other idols potentially trapped in similar contracts. Yet skepticism remains. Some argue that the entire scandal is a media stunt designed to stir attention. Without concrete proof, they claim, the story remains speculation. But despite this, the majority of public opinion leans toward believing that darker practices exist behind K-pop's glamorous stage lights. Pressure on HYBE grows daily. Journalists await an official press conference, while fans push harder online. Each day without clarification only fuels more rumors. HYBE now stands in a precarious position. Speaking could be dangerous, but silence is proving just as costly. Amid the chaos, Taehyung himself remains the central figure. Many are concerned about how he is coping under the storm of rumors. Will he step forward to speak, or stay silent to protect the group's image? That question remains unanswered, but the world is anxiously waiting. International media have already prepared special coverage of the dark secret. Investigative YouTube channels are producing documentaries, while major magazines are planning exclusive features. The scale of the response shows just how deeply the scandal has penetrated global culture. Fans are also asking whether other BTS members face similar restrictions. If proven, the scandal could escalate into a collective issue far beyond Taehyung alone. Such an outcome would create an even larger storm for HYBE to handle, one with potentially irreversible consequences.